Hi, welcome back. In my last video, we talked about why reading music can feel so hard, especially for older beginners to piano. I explained that music uses letters from the alphabet that seem familiar to us from reading and writing, but ask us to use those letters in ways that are new and unfamiliar. The longer that you've used the alphabet only for reading and writing, the harder it can be to learn these new musical skills, such as tracking how letters sit next to each other in the alphabet, or even being able to recite the alphabet backwards. For older beginners to piano, these musical ways of using the letters of the alphabet can clash with their existing frameworks for how letters are usually used in reading and writing. I describe this new way of using letters as an invisible cognitive demand that can make the first stages of learning piano very tiring. So today I would like to answer the question, if the musical alphabet is so mentally demanding, is there a gentler way to learn it? In my experience, yes. The trick is to break this challenge down into more manageable pieces. Here's what I do with my students. We learn our notes in small neighborhoods. We start with just one note and learn the letters directly above it and below it. Those three notes are the note neighborhood. Even though this seems like a really small start, it actually accelerates my students' reading skills because they get really familiar with certain sections of the keyboard and with certain letters that are beside each other in the alphabet. And they can build on these neighborhoods much more easily than trying to memorize the entire map of the piano at once. Think about learning the piano in the same way you'd learn your way around a new city. You'd never expect yourself to learn every neighborhood in the city at once. Normally, you'd get to know them one by one, usually starting with the one or two neighborhoods you visit the most, and then as you get more comfortable with your surroundings, you slowly expand from there. Learning in this way feels easy because you're always staying within the zone of the familiar. You're just starting with a location that's familiar to you and naturally expanding from there. In my experience, learning your way around the piano can feel this easy too, but the trick is to start small and build one neighborhood at a time. To help you decide if the note neighborhood approach might be good for you, I invite you to reflect on this question. How might your piano practice look or feel different if you were to zero in on fewer notes at a time? What ideas or feelings come to you with that question? If that thought gave you a feeling of weight or heaviness, that's likely a sign that slowing down is not right for you at this time. Heaviness is usually a sign that your musical spirit is seeking something else, so you might be craving more notes, not fewer. But if the thought of zeroing in on fewer notes gave you any feeling of lightness or relief, that's a sign that you could probably benefit from this approach. A feeling of relief likely means that your musical spirit is feeling rushed and possibly over capacity right now and might be craving for you to slow down a little. You might have even had a little glimpse of what you would change in your piano practice if you could. These are very important insights to pay attention to. In my next video, I'll share my first steps in working with note neighborhoods for those of you who are interested in exploring it. I'll show you the 3 note neighborhoods that I teach to almost all my beginner students, and I'll explain why I feel these 3 neighborhoods offer a gentler start than most beginner piano books. If you have any questions about note neighborhoods, or if you'd like to share how this idea makes you feel about your own piano practice, please reach out in the comments. Have fun at your piano this week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.